Hey guys, so today we are at Wentworth Falls. We are going to walk to the falls. Okay, so now we're walking on a few stepping stones. On the right, like it's very steep, and on the left, like we have a little boundary of the mountain which is blocking us from going into the left, and as you can see, it's very steep. I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but it's very scary, and if you can't, you might actually have to go there and see yourself. So now we're just walking towards the first fall. So we have another stepping stones, and as I said, it is very steep. So that's how high we are. And now, on top of us, you can see a roof. It's like a roof, but it's very rocky. Like if anything collapsed from it, we would die. And if you fell to the right, you would die. And now we made it to Princess Rock's Lookout, and now if you look very closely in the distance, you'll see people on the mountain. They're walking towards the fall, which is under, but you can't see it because of the trees and that little tree that's blocking our view to see it. So now we're gonna start heading back to where we're supposed to go, because there was a lot of like lookouts and we went there, so that was only one of them. And like as I said, on top of us it was like it's very squishy, so like my dad had to crouch down because like it would hit his head, like on these parts. As you can see, it would hit his head. So we have a set of stepping stones and we're still going. How do you think? Okay, and now as you can see, there's water drip dropping everywhere, and I just ran so I don't get wet. And now my dad just ran so he didn't get wet. Now, as you can see, we have a little barrier keeping us in because this part of the mountain is very steep and we're walking upstairs. So we're on top of the finally made it to the first spot. Now my dad is getting ready to go inside the water, and so am I. Now my mom's just giving an overview of the fall. In the background you might not be able to see us, but we're getting ready with our bare feet to step on some slippery stone. Now as you can see, the white foamy bits of the waterfall, these parts are very slippery because the current is going that way. Like as you can see me walking, I'm actually slipping on the way. Okay. And now my dad is on a bit higher part of the fall, and he's telling me to come over. I'm trying to find a way without slipping to come over to him. Then, as I'm about to go, I see a little animal inside the water. I don't even know what it was. I thought it was a lobster. But then, a few people told me, but it was a yabby. And the yabby was like red on the claws, and the claws would point at you if you went too close to it. So I went to the left and went from there. As you can see, I'm at the left, and I'm now going to get on. From the left, it's hard because as you can see, there's too much current there. I was about to slip off full, but we somehow secured our feet and we were standing there. And now we were trying to go like more higher, but it was too slippery. My dad was seeing if we could go. So now, as you can see, forward, like the water is dripping from a way bigger waterfall. If you see in the distance, there's actually another waterfall. We're gonna go there later in the video, so keep watching. And now my dad's trying to take a peek, but my mom won't come. So my dad keeps telling her to come until she came. So now we're gonna take some pics, and we're gonna look at the view. As you can see in front of us, if we just slipped, we would basically die. Now you can see a sea creature, not a sea creature, let's just say a waterfall creature. It's a yabby, and here you can see its claws glowing red. And like there was people there, and the claws kept pointing at them. As you can now see, the yabby's actually moving towards. Actually, just turning. Actually, it's turning towards my dad. My dad backed off a bit, but you can't see it. Now look in the distance there. There's a tiny little view of the waterfall. We're gonna go there. Now we're just gonna get ready to go there. See you there.
There you go. See you, Yabby. You got some free glasses.
Now we're walking towards the waterfall I showed you, like in the distance. Now, like we have to go through these medium-sized steps, and if you didn't know, this place was actually made in like 1802 or something. And there was like information boards in some of the gaps of the forest, like in trees, on rocks, on steps. As you can see, we're heading right there. That's the waterfall I pointed to you. So now we're heading towards it, and I was already looking for animals from that distance. Like I was already going down with my dad. I was already looking for animals in a way to like not get close to them, because I don't want to get bitten, do I? Or do you? So right now my dad's trying to take pictures of the waterfall dripping and dropping, and that's not all. If you look closely, the water's actually coming from way farther than that. Like it's coming from very top. It's coming from the very top. And there's a bit of a lake thing. Now we're gonna take some pics with the waterfall. And my dad kept getting it. So did I. I don't know why, but the rocks were like a bluish black color where it was wet. And you can walk up there to see the lake I was talking about. And already the steps are already wet. And now, as you can see, for some reason the water activated some kind of orange colored thing to the rocks. I did not understand. And now we're at the top. As you can see, that's what created the waterfall you were seeing a second ago. And down here, and as you can see the view that we couldn't see from down there. And as you can see, there's a lot of logs there, and the stairs are literally just like flooding. We didn't see the stairs flooding a second ago, but the stairs are now flooding. My mom was very scared, so she just got down off the stairs, but tried to get a good capture for you. The spectacular view you can see here, you might not actually be seeing it here. So why don't you go have a trip there? Will you or will you not? Comment down the section below. So now me and my dad, we're getting ready to go to our next stop, the actual waterfall, or just like the gaping view of the waterfall. So as you can see, we have stepping stones, but in this case, on the left you can see the like small little waterfall. But you won't die if you like fell to the right, because we have a barrier. And if you fell to the left, it's a 50 to 45% chance you would die. And on the left you can see the waterfall, which is just on top of the huge waterfall. As you can see on the right, you might not be able to see it, but the water keeps like leaking through the fence, and you can swim in it, and there's actually sand there, and when you stepped inside it, it would feel like wet sand, but instead you don't sink that fast. So my dad was entering it, and he told me to come, so I went there. and the water was freezing. The water was freezing, like it's more freezing than ice. But since it's moving, it's actually not more freezing than ice, or it would be ice. And after a while, I really wanted to swim, like the little kids there. But I forgot to bring the most valuable thing to swim: swimming clothes. So when you visit this place, don't forget to travel with your swimming clothes. Now, me and my dad and my mom are getting ready to go through the spectacular, gorgeous, beautiful, big waterfall. Like the view from down there was amazing. Now, we're just gonna walk a million, trillion, billion steps to get there. So, now, I think I'm ready. I don't know. I'm not ready. Yeah. I'm not ready. I'm getting my shoes. I'm gonna turn those boosters on and run to the waterfall. As you can see, it's like very high and the waterfall like it's dripping. I can't see the bottom view of it because of course like the cliff's so like it's just so far apart, man. We stayed here like for an hour and a half and now we're just walking down these like 1 foot stairs. Like they were high, like when you're going down they felt like nothing. But if you like dropped something and you had to go up, guess what? It felt like your toes were burning. What I mean by the stairs were nothing when you're going down was just like it was very easy, but it was actually very scary. And when you're going up, the view is a bit not too scary because you're actually going higher. But if you're scared of heights, I'm not sure if this is the right place for you to go. Because we're like meters and feet above of land. But we're still basically on land because the mountain is land. Right? So on the right, you might see a few signboards saying the history and the tools they used to make this. And as you just saw, we came from a very, very high place. Like this is just like halfway or like a quarter down the mountain to get to the very big waterfall. And as you can see, some people are already done just like exploring this whole place. And they were exhausted coming up. So we thought, will it be as exhausting as they literally showed us? But I don't know why, but my mom wasn't walking. And now, we're at the grand finale. The big waterfall. So, we are actually at the bottommost of the waterfall. I'm not sure if we made it there now. We're still out there. We have to go through a few more flights until you see the real beauty. And on the right, you can actually swim in the water there. I'm just waiting for my mom who's walking. And in the camera, if you look closely enough, the water's actually spraying everywhere. That's why me and my dad are still wearing our caps. And like, I don't know how, but the camera still survived. Now, we're gonna climb this huge rock to get to the other side. Because on the other side, we can go swimming there. But we aren't gonna go swimming. We are gonna have some fun. So if you look closely, like at the waterfall where the water's spraying, it actually looks like a face. And you can see me struggling to get to the other side. But don't think I'm just gonna jump off, because I might die. And don't ever go climbing without your parents looking at you, only if you're a kid. So now we somehow just, I'm just making it pass. Like there was a rock there. We're trying to get like down there. I'm getting down there. But since we didn't have the camera, we couldn't show you the spectacular way we got down. And now as you can see, I'm just struggling there, but there was a rock, and now I'm gonna just jump down. Like it wasn't a very high jump. It was a very short jump. Now my dad's signaling my mom to come over. Now I just jumped off now. Now when my mom was on the rock, I just popped out from the right saying hi. So as you can see, I'm right there. And I was so amused by the view that I couldn't even hear my mom. Now we're on barefoot trying to not slip. We found these little pads we can stand on, like rocky stuff, I don't know. There was like plates we could stand on. Then we got on this, I was trying to get on this rock, so I'm like, I don't want to fall today. So now, like, we somehow tried to get to like the part on top of this. And we are actually in the middle of the mountains. The Blue Mountains. Fun fact, did you know why it's called the Blue Mountains? In the morning, the mountains are actually seeing blue because of the mist in the air. Now, I'm just trying to not slip. I found this little platform sandy thing which wouldn't let me slip. So I just stood there until my dad's like, well, we gotta go up there. Then I'm like, I don't know what to do. Should we just sleep or should we just stand here? Now, you can see my mom, who is just not visible, and we're just there. Like, you can see, like, that little filter thing. Yeah, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm right there. Now, I'ma tell you something, but I'ma stop talking. Hear the sound for a moment and think of it. What does it sound like? Please text your answer in the comment box below the video. I am now gonna stop talking for 10 seconds. I meant it. That's 10 seconds. And now, I'm just trying to get it fixed, but the filter keeps blocking my hands during the beat. Now, I just hugging my mom. So now, look where it's falling from. That's not only where it's falling from. Like, loads of like water sources joined here to make this spectacular view. And behind me, I'm just going to say this, that there's just water dripping from the rocks. And subscribe. And if you don't subscribe,